Hello, everyone, again. This is me, trying to get out of that hopeless mind of that. I think that I kind of feel myself as, a lot of things that I thought in the life were that, like guys, when I was studying, a lot of my peers, yeah, they were like they came into IT industry, and some of them became kind of what I thought successful front end developers, successful back end developers, and things. And now I realized that when it was my turn to move and change something in my life, I decided that I'm not going to the market exactly. I will go to the university and study, and I studied applied math. It was electrical engineering degree, but electrical engineering doesn't pay well in my country. So I at least and I had to work full time meanwhile, and that was hard. And honestly, honestly, I regret a bit that I didn't do a lot on electrical engineering courses, but nothing is broken yet. I still can do it. Um, but I have some other thoughts in my mind, because I'm from country outside of European Union, from kind of poor family, and something what I built up to now was in sales and technical management, and now I'm working kind of as backend AI engineer. And I don't think that is a solution, and either I don't think it's attractive in terms of future career. I don't find it really cool. And yeah, I did applied math because I had nothing else to do. I had no choose, I would say. I had at some point when I could go on computer systems engineering in terms of computer science programming, but I didn't. I haven't done it, which I regret a bit because it is a way for me getting a degree, a nice degree in my country. I would say it's not a nice degree, which is computer science in general. You know what I mean? But systems engineering is a key because when you're good at low level systems programming, I do think that everything is still running for you. You can do a lot of stuff. The only problem is the market is very narrow for those niches. It's like finding a good job in Linux kernel development or anything like that is kind of close to be hard. But it's okay. It's okay. We will leave it. Um, what I think right now, I'm 25 years old, and I either should now give up, which is just working locally in my country, which I don't think lead anywhere. I don't think my country is going to live the better future in the next, probably never, which is okay. I don't blame my country, and I don't want to say anything bad. But like, honestly, there no heaven on this planet, and there no place where. I mean, I don't want to look like like saying something like rat. I don't want it to look like rat, or I don't want it to be kind of. Um, I don't want it to be kind of, you know. Sorry for that notification. I just don't want to blame anybody, honestly. Um, yeah, because yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that yeah, life might not be that dream which you thought it would be, it can be, or it will be. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. What I think of right now and what I want every Gen Z to be as. I probably going to study physics and electronics for the next year and a half, and I probably will either go for masters in math modeling, electrical engineering, electronics somewhere in Europe. Either I don't have money. I don't have money. I have pretty high GPA. I don't think I really deserve this pretty high GPA because it's evening school grade, but yet I know something. I know something. I studied something at least, and yeah, I genuinely want to continue my education to be useful. Um, yeah, and it hard to do locally, and yeah, life is hard. Let me be clear here and there. Yeah, what I think is going to might help is that any job can disappear in the next 10-15 years. We don't know where the world is moving. It's kind of hard thing. um, but the thing is, we kind of can do something yet. Yeah, what I meant by that is for people from the third world countries, as where I live, kind of, as like in terms of opportunities, it's really hard here. Um, Even like kind of internships or whatever, it's just yeah. But what I want to propose is that you can study whatever it is in your country. Um, Physics, math, which is like that hard knowledge, that fundamental knowledge. That helps definitely. It's given in any university. You can go through courses easily. You just need to solve tons of problems and spend time for that, dedicate time for that. And then in terms of learning any other technology, I would recommend you to learn those, whether it's microcontrollers, or whether it's just general electronics or circuits design. And then you probably can also go for master's degree in computer science, but not the vanilla computer science. But I mean by that is something heavily gravitated towards low-level systems, either math, or core engineering, I'd say, which is like controls and advanced controls. I do think I don't find anywhere close that job market in my local country respond to what I'm capable of, and I'm capable of, I do think, deep scientific research in terms of machine learning, deep learning, and I do think I can be working as data analyst or data scientist. I do just receive rejects from everywhere, but it's okay. I don't have that of cool resume or anything built in my portfolio. I spend so much time just grinding through research. But like, I do think at 25, you're only starting as a Gen Z. Like, you might be able to get out of your parents' house and be finding a good job only up to when you're 40. Because I do think that jobs all will become R&D. Otherwise, you're just lucky and you got the cool education, cool portfolio, and like, I can make as an example Alex Gornick. He's an amazing guy. You can find him on YouTube, and he inspires me a lot. But what he proposing, I wouldn't say it's working for what we have locally. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's working for us. Because like, he just went to electrical engineering school, and then he worked on his degree very, very hard. He grind through everything, and he did his results, built perfect portfolio, and working somewhere in GCB Bank as a software engineer, which is pretty much cool. Yeah, and he has gotten it because he had a cool portfolio, which proves that he can be responsible, he can go through challenges and stuff. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say the next, if you're from Russia or India, or that's going to be hard. Um, but first off, you can grind through fundamental knowledge. Yep, and plus on top, yeah, that might help, and you might be willing to look into master's or PhD programs, which will relocate you at least. So I don't know what kind of position guy with PhD in finance is getting. I don't think it's internship job somewhere in Europe. I don't believe in that, because like here doesn't matter how hard you like. People from European Union are crying that degree doesn't make any sense anymore and doesn't make any signal, and you're still getting intern job, and um, hopefully it doesn't suck. Uh, but at the end of the day, like we have situation like that for last 10 years on the local market. Like everyone, like we have the highest probability, we have the most educated country in all over the world. Like 96% of us have higher education, you know what I mean? And it's like very low probability that you're not getting higher education if you just want. And that's a problem because it destroyed the signal very long time ago. And yeah, that's kind of a problem. Yeah. So that's just life. That's just life. That just works in the way. And yeah, so while software engineering jobs are cool, where you looks like you can leverage your knowledge and make decent money, that's true. That's cool. That works. But like the question is where it goes after. Like you might get a job, you might try to get a job for 2 years, and you might be working for 2 years and then laid off. And like whatever you made, you then spend because those just your savings. And it's kind of becoming problematic, right? It's doesn't work so easy as you might think. Yeah, that's what I try to say. That's why I don't see any other choice than pursuing being expert in several fields, whether it's systems engineering or electrical engineering. I do think that the only way for us, um, yeah, gaining that knowledge, because working experience solely, just working minimal wage job doesn't lead you anywhere. Like even though, like, I mean, not minimal wage job which is like minimal, but like the job which you might not have that higher qualification, which might be sales, um, account management, what else, backend, where you just go through courses and you're ready to go for job to work. Yeah, and you said, and like that's kind of a problem. That's kind of a problem finding the good paying job in other fields locally. But I do think it's okay for European Union. So I mean, guys, don't be stupid. Study physics and math. Those are going to be important anyways. Like you can spend your next 5 years just studying for those fundamentals and then looking where you can apply them and how to apply them and like what to do with them. Those will be different jobs, and some of your knowledge will be, you will forget something, that's true. But at the end of the day, if you studied something once, it's much easier to come back to it, review it, and become good at it. Yeah. Yeah. That's all what I try to say. Um, Thank you very much. Keep pushing. Don't like, doesn't matter what's going on around. You should develop your knowledge, fundamental knowledge. You should stay at least somehow, I don't know, kind of at least look like a smart person, and stuff. And like, that's the way we go. Um, Nothing else can help us, honestly. Yeah, that's the way we're living.